Have you ever wondered how someone in their 90s can still walk with steady legs and stand up without struggle? There is a 92-year-old retired doctor, Dr. Harold Bennett from Kansas. He's still sharp, and surprisingly, his legs are even stronger now than they were in his 60s. According to him, the real key was simple. Every single morning, he takes one spoonful of the right nutrients. That small habit, done consistently, made all the difference. In this video, I'm going to share the 5 vitamins that gave me the legs of iron I have today. Whether you're dealing with weak knees, muscle cramps, or just feeling like your balance isn't what it used to be, these natural vitamins could be the turning point for you. Each one plays a different role, from rebuilding bone strength to helping blood flow freely through your legs, from keeping your muscles calm to stopping the numbness that creeps in with age. But don't worry, this isn't about taking a dozen pills or following some complicated health trend. These are simple, proven, and easy to add to your daily routine. Stay with me until the end of this video, because by the time we finish, you'll not only understand how these 5 nutrients work, but you might just start to believe that your best days of strength and balance are still ahead. You're about to learn how one spoonful a day can quite literally get you back on your feet and keep you there, steady and proud. Let's get started. Number 1, vitamin D. One of the clearest signs that your legs are on the path to weakness is if you find yourself avoiding stairs, feeling shaky when standing up, or hesitating before taking that first step after sitting for a while. But what if I told you that one spoonful of vitamin D a day might be one of the simplest and most effective ways to change all of that? This nutrient, often overlooked by older adults, plays a critical role in how strong your bones stay, and without enough of it, your legs can literally start to give out beneath you. Vitamin D is what helps your body absorb calcium properly, which is essential for maintaining bone density. As we get older, our ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight decreases dramatically, especially if we're indoors more or live in areas with long winters. Without enough of it, your bones can become brittle, and even a small stumble can lead to a major fracture, especially in your hips or legs. But here's the hopeful part. Studies have shown that just the right amount of daily vitamin D can actually help reduce the risk of falls by improving both bone strength and muscle function. Let me give you an example. Harold, a 78-year-old retired bus driver, told me he used to avoid going downstairs to his basement because he didn't trust his legs to hold him steady. He never thought it had anything to do with nutrition. He just chalked it up to getting old. But after his doctor recommended he start taking a daily spoonful of vitamin D in liquid form, things started to change. Over the next several weeks, Harold said, he noticed his legs didn't ache as much when he got out of bed. His balance improved, and eventually, he started using the stairs again without that familiar hesitation. What made the biggest difference for Harold wasn't just the physical support, it was the confidence that came back once he realized his body could be strong again. That sense of possibility, that belief that you're not just aging, but still building strength is powerful. And it all started with a single spoonful in the morning. Vitamin D may not be flashy, but it's foundational. It builds the invisible structure that keeps you upright, steady, and able to live life without fear of falling. If you haven't checked your levels lately, this might be the time to ask your doctor about it. Because your legs aren't just muscles and skin, they're bones, balance, and belief. And this vitamin supports all 3. Number 2, magnesium. If you've ever been woken up in the middle of the night by a sharp cramp in your calf, or found yourself rubbing your legs during the day, because they just won't stop twitching, magnesium might be the missing piece. This mineral is often referred to as the calm down nutrient because of the way it helps regulate nerve and muscle function. And for older adults, it can be the difference between legs that feel restless and legs that feel relaxed and reliable. Magnesium works behind the scenes to keep your muscles from contracting too tightly or firing off signals too quickly. When your levels are low, even small movements can feel jerky, strained, or uncomfortable. You might notice that your legs feel tight after walking short distances, or that your steps are less steady than they used to be. This isn't just a part of aging. It's often a sign that your muscles are tired from overfiring, and they're not getting the minerals they need to function smoothly. Now here's where it gets interesting. Magnesium doesn't just affect your muscles, it also influences how your body uses energy. Without enough of it, your legs can feel heavy, sluggish, and quick to fatigue. You might make it halfway through your grocery run before you feel like you need to sit down, or find that a short walk leaves you more winded than it should. That drained feeling in your lower body isn't always from heart or lung issues. Sometimes it's simply your muscles crying out for support. Psychologically, this can wear you down too. When your body isn't cooperating, your confidence can take a hit. You might start skipping walks, avoiding stairs, or saying no to outings, just because you're afraid of getting tired or stiff. But one spoonful of magnesium a day, whether it's in a powder, you mix with water or a liquid supplement, can help give your muscles the steady fuel they need to perform without protesting. Let me share a story that might sound familiar. A woman named Barbara, age 74, used to dread getting up in the morning because her legs would cramp the moment she stood. She tried stretching, hydration, even massage, but the cramps kept coming back. When her daughter suggested she try a daily magnesium supplement, Barbara was skeptical. But within 2 weeks, she said the cramps eased up. Within a month, they were almost completely gone. And what surprised her most wasn't just the physical relief. It was how much more energy she had throughout the day. She told me I didn't realize how much. Those cramps were making me scared to move. Now I'm walking more, sleeping better, and I feel steadier. That's the quiet power of magnesium. It doesn't announce itself with dramatic changes, but it works gradually, steadily, and reliably. Just like the kind of strength we want in our legs as we age. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, vitamin K2. If your legs ever feel stiff, heavy, or strangely tight, even after you've been resting, it may not just be muscle fatigue. It could actually be something going on much deeper in the very walls of your blood vessels and bones. And this is where vitamin K2 becomes a game changer. While most people think of calcium as the key to bone health, very few understand that without vitamin K2, all that calcium might end up in the wrong place, like your arteries. And when that happens, your circulation suffers. Your joints start to ache, and your legs begin to lose the ease of movement you once took for granted. Vitamin K2's main job is to act like a traffic director for calcium. It makes sure calcium is deposited into your bones where it belongs, and not into soft tissues, like arteries, veins, or around your joints. When calcium ends up in those places, it hardens the vessels and limits blood flow, especially to the legs where circulation naturally slows as we age. This can lead to that dull, heavy feeling in your lower body, especially after sitting for a while or standing too long. The link between vitamin K2 and mobility isn't just nutritional, it's physiological. Good circulation keeps your legs warm, responsive, and full of energy. When blood flow slows or vessels become narrow and stiff, your legs can start to feel cold, numb, or simply drain. Over time, this can wear on your confidence too. You might start avoiding walks or long errands, not because you're out of breath, but because your legs don't feel like they used to. It's frustrating to feel trapped in your own body, especially when you still have the will, but your legs just won't cooperate. But here's the encouraging part: restoring K2 levels can support not only the strength of your bones, but also the flexibility of your arteries. It's like oiling the hinges on a stiff old door. It doesn't change overnight, but the improvement is noticeable. You may not realize how much better your legs can feel until you give your blood vessels the space to move. And your bones, the minerals they've been missing. Let me tell you about a man named Gerald, age 81, who used to say his legs felt like concrete blocks. His doctor had him on calcium for years, but never mentioned vitamin K2. After learning more on his own, Gerald decided to add a spoonful of K2-rich supplement to his routine. A couple of months in, he noticed something different. Not just less stiffness, but a springiness in his step that he hadn't felt in years. Walking across the yard no longer felt like dragging weights. He told me it was like my legs remembered how to move again. This is the kind of subtle shift that gives you back not just movement, but freedom. Vitamin K2 won't make headlines like vitamin C or D, but it works quietly to unlock parts of your body that have slowly been shutting down. And that freedom, that smoothness of motion, can be one of the most empowering feelings as we age. Because it's not just about getting up, it's about moving through your day with a sense of lightness and flow. Number 4, omega-3 fatty acids. You might not always notice inflammation in your body, but your legs feel it. That subtle ache behind the knees, the stiffness in your calves after sitting too long, or the way your ankles swell by evening. Those are often quiet signs that something deeper is going on. And for many older adults, one of the best natural remedies to reduce that kind of silent, chronic inflammation is a daily spoonful of omega-3 fatty acids. These powerful nutrients are found in certain fish oils and plant-based sources, and they don't just help with heart health, they play a huge role in how your legs feel and move every day. What omega-3s do is fairly remarkable. They lubricate your joints from the inside out, reduce swelling, and even help improve blood flow to your extremities. That means less pressure behind your knees, fewer sharp jabs when you go from sitting to standing, and more smooth, fluid motion when you're walking across the room. For seniors, especially those who've dealt with arthritis or lingering joint pain, omega-3s can be the difference between discomfort and freedom of movement. Now, why is this so important as we get older? Because with age, our bodies naturally produce more inflammatory chemicals, even without injury or illness. This inflammation settles into the joints, muscles, and blood vessels, especially in the legs where circulation can slow down. Left unchecked, this can lead to chronic leg pain, slower healing, and even issues like varicose veins or peripheral artery discomfort. But when omega-3s are introduced into your routine, they help calm that inflammation, soften the stiffness, and support your body's natural healing process. There's also a mental component. Pain and stiffness often lead to hesitation. You might walk less, avoid getting up unless you have to, or take longer to leave the house simply because it takes more effort. Over time, this affects your confidence. But when that pain is eased, even just a little, you start to move more freely. You reclaim the ease of walking without wincing, of standing without needing to brace yourself first. That shift can do wonders not just for your body, but for your spirit too. Let me share a story about a woman named Darlene, age 76, who used to avoid gardening, something she loved because kneeling and getting up again became too painful. Her son encouraged her to try a high-quality omega-3 supplement once a day. She didn't expect much, but within a few weeks, she noticed her legs weren't swelling as much by evening. She started bending more easily. She even joked that she could finally chase the squirrels out of her tomatoes again without grimacing. For her, it wasn't just about getting rid of pain. It was about being able to return to something she loved without her body holding her back. That's the power of omega-3s. They don't just patch the problem, they support the system from the inside, helping you move with less resistance and more grace. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, vitamin B12. There's a certain kind of weakness that's hard to explain. It's not pain, it's not fatigue, but more like a dull numbness that creeps into your legs and feet. Sometimes it shows up as tingling when you lie down, or a weird buzzing feeling in your calves when you're trying to relax. For many older adults, these strange sensations aren't imaginary or just part of getting old. They're actually signs that your body might be running low on vitamin B12, one of the most essential nutrients for nerve health and leg strength. Vitamin B12 is like fuel for your nervous system. It helps your body create the protective sheath around your nerves, which is what allows messages from your brain to travel smoothly down to your muscles and back again. When your B12 levels drop too low, that communication starts to break down. Your legs might feel clumsy, unresponsive, or slow to react. You may even find yourself stumbling more often or hesitating when going downstairs. It's not that your muscles are weak, it's that your nerves aren't delivering clear instructions. Now here's the part many people don't realize as we age. Our bodies often struggle to absorb B12 properly, especially from food alone. If you've ever been on heartburn medication or had digestive issues, your ability to absorb this vitamin could be even lower. That's why a spoonful of liquid B12, or a highly absorbable form, can make a world of difference. Unlike pills that might get lost in the digestive process, a simple spoonful ensures it's delivered straight into your system where it's needed most. Beyond the physical sensations, low B12 levels can impact your mood, memory, and energy. You may feel more tired than usual, even after sleeping well. You might struggle with focus or feel down without understanding why. That mental fog, combined with physical numbness or unsteadiness, can create a kind of low-grade discouragement that weighs on your days. But when you replenish this vital nutrient, many people report not only feeling stronger in their legs, but sharper in their minds, more upbeat and more engaged in life. Let me tell you about a man named Clarence who's 82 and lives alone in a quiet neighborhood in Michigan. For months, he said his legs felt like rubber. Not painful exactly, just disconnected. He found himself tripping more often, feeling a strange buzzing in his feet when watching TV, and needing to grip the rail just to get up from his porch chair. His doctor tested his B12 levels, and sure enough, they were low. So Clarence started taking a liquid B12 supplement every morning, just a spoonful. Within a few weeks, he noticed he wasn't gripping the rail as hard. His steps felt more stable. That odd tingling feeling at night began to fade. But what really struck him was that he didn't feel so foggy during the day. He said, "I started noticing the birds again. I hadn't realized how much I'd tuned out." That's what B12 can do. It doesn't just wake up your legs, it wakes up your life. So if your legs feel like they've lost their rhythm, or your steps feel uncertain even though you're trying your best, don't overlook your nerves. They're the quiet conductors of everything from movement to mood. And giving them the nourishment they need with just one spoonful of B12 a day might be the key to reconnecting with your strength and with yourself. Final thoughts. As we wrap up this video, I'd like you to take a moment and reflect on what we've covered today. 5 simple vitamins, 1 spoonful a day, and yet the impact on your legs, on your balance, your energy, your sense of strength can be nothing short of life-changing. It's easy to think that growing older means slowing down, sitting more, and expecting your body to do less. But what if that's not the whole story? What if your legs still have more to give, if only you give them the right support? Each of these nutrients, vitamin D, magnesium, vitamin K2, omega-3s, and B12 plays a very different role, but they all share one thing in common. They support the systems that keep you upright, steady, and in motion. And in a world that often underestimates older adults, that strength, your ability to walk with confidence, stand with purpose, and move with ease is worth protecting. Now, this isn't about magic or quick fixes. It's about giving your body what it may have quietly been asking for. If you've noticed the signs, fatigue, stiffness, cramps, unsteadiness, then this is your opportunity to respond. Not with fear or frustration, but with knowledge and action. You don't have to settle for feeling less capable just because the calendar says you're getting older. I'm 92, and I say that from experience, not from theory. You deserve legs that work for you, not against you. Legs that carry you where you want to go. Whether that's across the yard, into the grocery store, or out dancing with your grandchildren at a family wedding. Strength isn't reserved for the young. It belongs to those who choose to nurture it at any age. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.